Hey, it's Captain Matt, Boat Buyer's Secret Weapon, and today we're going to talk about buying a boat in the wintertime, and specifically up north in the wintertime. I get this question asked on my Sunday night lives. Every Sunday at 8:30, we go live for a question and answer. You can ask any questions. I get this there, and I get this on the channel, and it's, hey, I'm buying a boat in the wintertime. Can I skip the demo? The boat's only a year old. The boat's 5 years old. It's pristine. It looks beautiful, well taken care of. They have maintenance records. Everything's great. And my answer to them is, don't do it. Don't buy a boat, especially a used boat, without demoing that boat completely before you write that final check. If you can put a deposit, lock it in until the ice out, or find a body of water where you can run it, that would be my recommendation for you. Now, a couple of things when you're looking at buying a boat in the winter is, hey, the buyer, the person buying the boat should pay for the winterization. If you don't buy it, if you walk away, you still should pay for the winterization. That should be discussed up front. Who's going to pay for what? I believe that's just the right way to do it. You're taking that risk. You're trying to buy it, and if it doesn't perform the way you want to, then you should pay for that. Get a dollar amount, who's going to do it, what it should be, but really just make sure you get that water out of it right away so it doesn't damage the boat for future buyers. Next, if you are going to demo in a cold body of water, make sure you let that engine warm up before you really get on it. Make sure you let it idle and bring that up to temperature. The thermostat's probably not going to open, but you don't want to just have a cold engine and then just get on it wide open throttle and start taking off. Let it run for a good 15-20 minutes. Let it come up to temperature and then start giving it a little bit more acceleration in some of those higher RPM ranges. Next, if the water's frozen, the ice is in, there's nowhere where you can find waterway to run the boat, wait until you can. The risk is not worth it, in my opinion, because here's the problem. It can be a brand new boat that only has 10 hours on it, but if they ran it out of the water and overheated, you won't know it. If they've hit something and the prop shaft is bent, you won't feel those vibrations. That can happen in 1 hour of running a brand new boat. Everything else looks perfect, but they hit a rock and bent the prop shaft, and now you have a major issue on your hand. There are so many other things that can be found only when you're under load, which means pushing that boat through the water with weight on it. It's the only time you can find some of those issues. So I really encourage you to hold off. You can shop during the winter. There's definitely deals to be had during the winter, but don't take too big of a risk, depending on your financial situation, for the reward that you're looking at. And then one last thing when it comes to running the boat, make sure when you do your demo, you do a complete demo. I've been out of the water with snow blowing in my face at 30-degree weather, 20-degree weather. It's not that much fun. However, take your time, run the boat through the paces like we talk about in the free Boat Buyer's Toolkit, which you can get at boatbuyerstoolkit.com. Follow the demo checklist. We talk about it in the Boat Buyers Academy as well, but go through every step of that process and run that boat for a good 15-20 minutes or more, because it's sometimes a boat or an engine's going to run great for 5 minutes. But once you start doing these different maneuvers and time goes by, some issues that may not have been discovered any other way will show themselves. So don't forget the demo. Don't skip that step just because the water's frozen in your area. Figure out a way to do it, or figure out a way to hold that boat for you so that you can then buy it after you run it, just to avoid that risk. Hopefully that's valuable for you. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Let YouTube share this information to more boat shoppers so they can avoid the mistakes. Grab that toolkit, and remember, life truly is better on a boat.